Hi everyone, this is Christian here on YouTube, and as you can see, I'm not really at the office right now. And if you've been following me on my Instagram account, you probably already know that I'm on a vacation trip right now, and I'm not really putting that much time into trading. However, yesterday I actually placed a couple of trades doing a small test and a strategy that I've been posting for the past few days, but I wanted to show you like my results. As I mentioned on my Instagram account, I actually shared the before and after of the specific trade, and in this specific video this is what we're going to talk about. So as you can see, yes, I'm on my vacation trip, but I'm also making money with day trading. So if you're new to my channel and you're into binary options, forex trading, crypto trading, or any type of making money online, this channel is for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below and activate the notifications bell icon so that you get a notification for every video that I upload. With that being said, let's jump into the video. Alright everyone, so I'm over here on my TradingView account and my TradingView platform, and I'm going to show you first the pairs that I actually traded with, which is the first one was GBP USD and the second one was USD CHF. So I'm about to show it to you right now. As you can see, I made $120.39 in two trades, and we're about to see how is it that I did it. And then we're going to talk about the pips, because you can see that it's only 14 pips for USD CHF. I'm going to talk about it right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to GBP USD, and I'm going to show you the hourly chart, which is the one that I actually used in order to enter this transaction. So I actually entered this transaction around this area. You see 17. Yeah, it was like around this area. I actually entered a pending order, and what I did is that I identified this drop right here. This drop and this crossover is the one that I actually identified. And yes, you might be wondering, hey, but in the previous videos you mentioned that the EMA or the SMA that you actually were following was the SMA with the period of 6 against the SMA with the period of 14, but when the moving average with the period of 50 was actually above, so that would have been in downtrend. However, in this specific scenario, I went against that specific parameter, and instead I actually entered on an uptrend, or a possible an uptrend, right? Because it hadn't really been considered an uptrend here, but I went opposite to the uptrend and went in this direction on a sell position. And as you can see, yes, we won the position, and I'm about to explain you why. Two things. One, as you can see, there is a support level right here that was broken. I even identified that it was going to be broken. There's one combination that I've been testing throughout the last few days in regards to these specific strategy with moving averages, and it's using an awesome oscillator. And if you want to use the awesome oscillator, then you need to go to indicators right here and just typing awesome, and you will see awesome oscillator right here. I have it as my favorite, and I even actually got it. Let me show you my settings. But once you actually go into the settings, then you're going to be able, here you are, you are going to be able to actually change the body of your specific, the status line, for instance. Is it? No, that's not it. Okay, so once you actually find the settings of your awesome oscillator, I'm on my laptop right now, so I'm not on my actual computer, so it's kind of harder to see in this small screen. But once you actually are able to change it, because you're gonna see that it's gonna be measured with very thin thicks, and it's actually better to have it with this really thick candlesticks that you see right here. So once I actually saw this potential movement, when I saw, look, the awesome oscillator, basically what it does is that it shows you the waves of the movement of the market. Not 100%, but it does give you some sort of extra confirmation about a price dropping or jumping. So you can see that this wave right here actually showed a movement going down and then going up, and as you can see on the pair, it was going down and then it went up. So it's basically what you need to be looking at. So after it jumped so hard, it actually touched this resistance level right right here and it started dropping. Yes, it could have stopped right here and continued jumping again because this was a good support line. Nevertheless, I realized that it started to only give me red lines. So if it was only giving me red lines, it meant that it was going to continue on a downtrend, even though it was supposed to start becoming an uptrend right here. So it touched the resistance level and it started dropping, a resistance that was actually respected many times before, but it started dropping again. And take a look at it. It had a kind of a hard time in here, and then boom, it broke the resistance immediately and it gave me profit. I could have even made more profit in here. I was actually sleeping by the time that the trade actually got closed, but I could have made some good money because I would have moved my stop loss to the next resistance line, and I would have moved my take profit a little bit below, and I would have made more money. But even so, I was able to make a total profit of $67 in this specific trade. So yeah, pretty simple, right? Now we're gonna jump into USD CHF and we're gonna analyze that trade as well. So this one right here, I actually entered exactly at this position. Why did I enter this position? On this trade, as you can see, I have several indicators showing me what was the movement of this specific pair. So it's a little bit more complicated, but I'm gonna try to make it as easy as possible. So you can see these trend lines right here that were showing me that the price was supposed to retract in this area, right? It was supposed to retract, and you're like, okay, it needs to be retracted. And there's a resistance line in this area and a support level in this area. So I was like, okay, so this is going to start jumping. It is an uptrend. It became a downtrend in this area. As you can see, the awesome oscillator again gave me the wave. You can see the wave right here. And then in this area, it started dropping. So it didn't drop really hard, okay? It didn't drop as hard as we wanted to in order to continue in this trend. What it did instead was actually started to jump in the next 3 candles. So here I actually enter my trade for a buy option because I knew for a fact that at least was going to reach the next resistance level, maybe a little bit above. That's why I actually added the take profit a little bit above, because it was going to have this one of those huge spikes, and even if it ends below the resistance level, it was still going to be the take profit was going to be hit. And right here at 2 a.m. when I was asleep as well, then it hit the take profit right now. As you can see, it broke the trend line, which means that now it's going to continue to be an uptrend, and even the 14 moving average, the 14 period moving average has started to jump again. The 50 moving average is showing an uptrend again as well, and also the 14 moving average. I'm not going to enter any of these positions right now, but just showing you what's going to happen. And as you can see, the awesome oscillator actually started jumping again. So this can give me a wave, because it will, and hear me out here, it will, in this entry point, it will respect this support line, it will give me the wave, and then it's going to continue dropping right here. And in order to confirm that, let me go ahead and show you the 4-hour chart with the same trend line. And as you can see, yes, it broke the resistance, but then it trended back up. So once in about 50 minutes, this new candle for 4 hours is going to be expired, and it's going to become an downtrend. So now that you actually saw this specific trade, I'm going to show you the entry point that I would do. I would even say that I would put the stop loss like around this area, and now yes, the take profit is going to be around right here. In fact, I'm going to enter this position. Yeah, I'm going to enter this position. This is definitely going to be respected, so we're going to enter this position live. Yeah, I'm right here on USD CHF. So let me just go ahead and see the price. So it's going to be an immediate trade. See the take profit at the stop loss level. We might even end up losing this position, but it's actually fine, you know. Let me just go ahead and move it a little bit above, because I do believe that I need to give it. And this is another thing. The average to range should give us, many people have been asking me, right? Let me just go ahead and place the trade first before I actually lose it. There you go. So right now I'm going to explain you. So the average to range, this one right here, this indicator basically tells us what is the average pips amount of the previous candlesticks. So the last 14 candlesticks. So basically the average to range, what I use it for is actually to determine what would be a good stop loss. So there's a good trending momentum sometimes when there's one trade, like for instance, this one right here had a huge candlestick in this area. Let me see the pip that it had around 22 pips. So that tells me that it is a good momentum to actually continue on the jump. However, I do see there is a resistance level right here. And this is one thing I'm going to do though. If by any chance I see that this specific resistance gets actually broken again and it jumps back up and starts climbing, then I'm going to close my trade regardless. Why? Because I know that I'm not going to be able to actually win that position. In fact, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to move my my charts. Let me see, the entry is 463, so I'm gonna move it right here, 463. There you go, perfect. That's my exact entry point. So if it closes, if this candle for 1 hour, but this is for 4 hours, but we're about to comply with the 4 hours in 50 minutes. So if it closes above that level, I'm not going to enter. And another good opportunity that I see right here is that I do see this specific small wave of the awesome oscillator. It's jumping a little bit more, but it's not gonna jump that much. It's not gonna jump that much because if you notice, this one wasn't respected either. So what it's going to do instead is that it's going to drop real hard and we're gonna hit the take profit, and another wave just like this one is going to be formed. As you can see, this is what's going to happen. Pretty much a little bit less, but this is what's going to happen. Why? Because this is an oversold market. It's super downtrend. So that's the reason why I actually entered this position. In about 50 minutes, we're gonna know, well, I'm going to know whether the entry point was good or not, but it's always good to have options. And as you can see right now, this is another position, Euro USD, but as you can see on my history, these are the two positions that I took yesterday. And if you start applying this with the awesome oscillator, I'm 100% sure you're gonna have some awesome results as well. Hey, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, you can put them in the comment section below. Make sure you actually smash the like button to support this YouTube channel, and more importantly, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel and you want to see more content just like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.